raining fire through the night. Guards rushed down from every tower, families fled with heavy loads, while the flaming siege carts gathered on the narrow valley road. I thought the fire would take the village, I thought no hand could stop the load. Then brave defenders changed its pathway on the burning valley road. Burning wheels descended the valley road, grace stood firm before the flame. Mercy led the frightened people through the fields beyond the gate. What was built to spread destruction never reached the humble homes. God gave courage to the watchmen on the burning valley road. Valley road. One guard broke the wagon's axle, one cut loose the frightened team. One was burned while saving children from the sparks beside the stream. I thought that courage shouted, clothed in gold and praised in odes, till I saw it work in silence on the burning valley road. Not for vengeance on the riders, not to answer flame with flame, but to stand between destruction and the lives they came to save. Burning wheels descended the valley road, grace stood firm before the flame. Mercy led the frightened people through the fields beyond the gate. What was built to spread destruction never reached the humble homes. God gave courage to the watchmen on the burning valley road. Stand between my rage and others, turn the fire away from homes. Give me hands that guard the helpless when destruction starts to roll. If the road is filled with terror, if the smoke conceals the way, make my courage serve protection, never hatred in your name. Burning wheels descended the valley road, grace stood firm before the flame. Mercy led the frightened people through the fields beyond the gate. What was built to spread destruction never reached the humble homes. God gave courage to the watchmen on the burning valley road. Valley road. Burning wheels lay in the river when the dawn revealed the road, and the village bells gave thanks for every family led home. Covenant banners across the frozen river as the winter's sun grew pale. Every soldier tested carefully where the ice appeared most frail. Priests walked slowly near the center, children followed wrapped in leather, and the promise moved before them. Covenant banners crossed the river.
We see the ice beneath our footsteps.
We feared the coming winter,
Still the Lord called us onward.
and His promise crossed the river. Covenant banners crossed the frozen river. from the rain. I had thought the sign above us meant no fear would enter ever, till I learned that faith keeps walking while the ice still shakes beneath us. Not a charm against all danger, not a promise of fair weather, but a sign that God stays faithful when his people move together. Covenant banners cross the frozen river. Grace went first across the cold. Mercy held the scattered families when their weary courage slowed. Though the ice beneath them trembled, faith bound every heart together. God remained among his people. Covenant banners cross the river. Lead me over uncertain waters, lead me through the bitter weather. Keep me close to those beside me, let no fear divide or sever. If the path beneath me fractures, if the cold consumes my vigor, place your covenant before me, like the banners on the river. Covenant banners cross the frozen river. Grace went first across the cold. Mercy held the scattered families when their weary courage slowed. Though the ice beneath them trembled, faith bound every heart together. God remained among his people. Covenant banners cross the river. Covenant banners reached the far bank as the evening touched the river, and the people raised their voices. You have kept your word forever. Desert sentinels guarded the hidden well, where the thirsty travelers came. Every stone concealed the water, every guard refused them harm. Raiders searched the outer canyons, dust erased the caravan trail. Still the watchmen kept their station by the hidden desert well. No golden gate surrounded it, no proud kingdom marked the trail. Only faithful hands protected those who reached the hidden well. Desert sentinels guarded the hidden well. Grace waited in the sand. Mercy gave the weak and wandering living water from their hands. God, what gives another strength to rise and travel still? Let me never hoard the blessing you entrusted to my will. If the greedy seek to claim it, if the weary cannot tell, place me firmly in the desert as a guardian of the way.
Desert sentinels guarded the hidden well. Grace waited in the sand.
Mercy gave the weak and wandering living water from their hands. What the violence sought to capture, God preserved beyond their trail. Hope remained for every pilgrim at the hidden desert well.
Sentinels watched till glowing as stars released the trail, and another caravan found mercy.
At the hidden desert well. EPHRAIM'S horn sounded above the ridge. As the morning touched the stone, every valley caught the warning. Every scattered God came home. Smoke was rising near the border. Enemy riders crossed the bridge. Then the watchmen raised the signal. EPHRAIM'S horn sounded above the ridge. No Frightington voice could reach the villages. No runner crossed the broken bridge. So heaven carried forth the warning when the horn sounded above the ridge. EPHRAIM'S horn sounded above the ridge. Grace awakened every gate. Mercy gave the sleeping families time to flee before too late. What had moved beneath the darkness could not hide beyond the bridge. God prepared his faithful people. EPHRAIM'S horns sounded above the ridge. Some gods gathered near the children. Some led elders toward the caves. Some remained beside the entrance, not for glory but to save. I had thought the hornman conquest, calling soldiers toward the blade, till I heard it sound for rescue, giving life a pathway. Not each trumpet calls for battle, not each signal summons rage. Sometimes warning is compassion, sounding loudly through the age. EPHRAIM'S horn sounded above the ridge. Grace awakened every gate. Mercy gave the sleeping families time to flee before too late. What had moved beneath the darkness could not hide beyond the bridge. God prepared his faithful people. EPHRAIM'S horns sounded above the Sound your warning through my spirit when temptation nears the gate. Keep me watchful, keep me humble. Do not let me wake too late. If I see another's danger, give me courage not to hide. Let my voice become a trumpet calling mercy. EPHRAIM'S horn sounded above the ridge. Grace awakened every gate. Mercy gave the sleeping families time to flee before too late. What had moved beneath the darkness could not hide beyond the bridge. God prepared his faithful people. EPHRAIM'S horns sounded above the EPHRAIM'S horns faded at sunrise when the final shout was hid, and the valley blessed the watchmen who had sounded from the ridge. Forgotten soldiers return with the dawn from the forests of the north. Every uniform was tattered, every shield had broken forth. Years had passed without a message. Families thought the sons were gone. Then the watchmen saw them walking. Forgotten soldiers came with dawn. No trumpet praised their coming, no bright banners led them on. Only weary feet kept moving as they followed after dawn. Forgotten soldiers returned with the dawn. Grace brought the missing home. Mercy crossed the years of silence and the roads they walked alone. Though the kingdom had erased them, heaven knew where they had gone. God remembered every warrior. Forgotten soldiers came with dawn. One found children grown to adulthood. One found strangers in his room. One discovered that his mother had been buried in the gloom. I had thought returning ended every sorrow they had borne, till I saw them face the homeland that had changed before the dawn. Coming home did not restore every season they had lost. Still the arms that gathered round them prove remembrance had a cause. Forgotten soldiers return with the dawn. Grace brought the missing home. Mercy crossed the years of silence and the roads they walked alone. Though the kingdom had erased them, heaven knew where they had gone. God remembered every warrior. Forgotten soldiers came with Remember those the crowds abandon. Remember names the records lose. Remember servants left in silence after rulers cease to use. If the world forgets my labor, if my strength is nearly gone, let me know your eyes still find me and will lead me toward the dawn. Forgotten soldiers return with the dawn. Grace brought the missing home. Mercy crossed the years of silence and the roads they walked alone. Though the kingdom had erased them, heaven knew where they had gone. God remembered Golgotha's shadow fell across the spears. When the armies faced the hill, every captain raised his standard, every soldier waited still. Then the darkness crossed their weapons, and the shouting disappeared. For the shape of sacrifice fell across the waiting spears. We had come prepared for conquest, with our hearts consumed by fear. Then the cross exposed our violence when its shadow touched the spears. Golgotha's shadow fell across the spears. Grace confronted every soul. Mercy showed the cost of hatred through the suffering of the Lord. What we called a righteous fury could not stand when love drew near. As the shadow crossed the spears, some remembered men they wounded, some recalled the homes they burned, some had followed cruel commanders, never asking whom they served. I had thought that holy purpose made all violence disappear, till the cross revealed how hatred could disguise itself as zeal. Not all battles bear his blessing, not all anger serves what's true. For the King who bore our sorrow calls us to be merciful too. Golgotha's shadow fell across the spears. Grace confronted every sword. Mercy showed the cost of hatred through the suffering of the Lord. What we call the righteous fury could not stand when love drew near. As the shadow crossed the spears, cast your shadow on my anger, cast it over every blade. Let the cross rebuke the hatred I have dressed in holy names. If revenge becomes my master, if contempt controls my ears, lead me back to Christ's compassion when your shadow meets my spear. Golgotha's shadow fell across the spears. Grace confronted every sword. Mercy showed the cost of hatred through the suffering of the Lord. What we called a righteous fury could not stand when love drew near. Golgotha's shadow crossed the valley, and no battle cry was heard, only armor touching earth. As the soldiers faced the Lord. Heaven's fire crowned the watchtower when the storm surrounded all. Lightning struck the highest platform, flames climbed brightly through the squall. Yet the stones remained unbroken, and the gods still watched the border while the blaze became a beacon. Heaven's fire crowned the watchtower. I thought the flames announced destruction, I thought the tower soon would fall. Then the light revealed the pathway to the travelers beyond the wall. Heaven's fire not for fame or human honor. Let it guide the weak and wandering toward the safety of your harbor. If the storm becomes relentless, if the rain obscures the border, keep your flame alive within me like the fire upon the watchtower. Heaven's fire crown the watchtower. Grace burn through the rain. Mercy guided lost battalions toward the city road again. What appeared a sign of judgment became light above the border. God transformed the storm to guidance. Heaven's fire crown the watchtower. Till the morning crossed the land, the lost arrived together. Led by light, no storm could command. Could command. Abandoned helmets filled with morning rain on the field beyond the wall. Every den recalled a battle, every crested watchman fall. No commands disturb the silence, no proud banners cross the plain. Only heaven washed the iron, helmets filled with morning rain. We came searching for our glory, but the clouds revealed our shame. For the crowns of fallen soldiers could not justify the slain. Abandoned helmets filled with morning rain. Grace fell softly on the field. Mercy mourned the lives behind them. Every wound no song could heal. What the kingdoms call the triumph, heaven measured through the pain. God remembered every soldier. Helmets fell with morning rain. One belonged to someone's father, one to someone barely grown. One still held a faded ribbon from a child awaited at home. I have praised the shining armor, never learned the wearer's name, till the water filled the helmets and my pride dissolved like clay. Not each warrior chose the battle, not each death was brave or vain, but the Lord receives the stories that the royal books erase. Abandoned helmets filled with morning rain. Grace fell softly on the field. Mercy mourned the lives behind them. Every wound no song could heal. What the kingdoms called a triumph, heaven measured through the pain. God remembered every soldier. Helmets filled with morning rain. Wash the hunger for dominion, wash the bloodlust from our praise. Teach us how to count the widows before sending men away. When the trumpets speak of conquest, let compassion name the cost. Let the rain become a witness for the ones the war has lost. Abandoned helmets filled with morning rain. Grace fell softly on the field. Mercy mourned the lives behind them. Every wound no song could heal. What the kingdoms call the triumph, heaven measured through the pain. God remembered every soldier, helmets filled with morning rain. Abandoned helmets held the sunrise when the storm released the plane, and the living walked among them through the quiet morning rain. Iron lanterns burn along the border where the northern roads divided. Every flame marked safe passage for the families forced to hide. Watchmen cross the frozen pathways, keeping every lamp in order while the darkness pressed around them. Iron lanterns line the border. No war could end the danger, no sword could make the road shorter, so the gods became a pathway with their lanterns on the border. Iron lanterns burned along the border. Grace shone through the night. Mercy showed the weak and wandering where to turn beneath the light. Though the winds attacked the fire and the storm concealed the road, God kept every beacon burning till the refugees reached home. One lamp stood beside a crossing, one above a hidden tray. One was carried by a watchman through the ice and cutting hail. I had thought defending nations meant refusing every stranger, till the lanterns taught the border could protect the ones in danger. Wisdom guarded every entrance, mercy heard the exiles call, and the flames became a welcome where the night had built a wall. Iron lanterns burned along the border. Grace shone through the night. Mercy showed the weak and wandering where to turn beneath the light. Though the winds attacked the fire and the storm concealed the road, God kept every beacon burning till the refugees reached home. Keep a lantern in my spirit, let it burn through fear and cold. Make my life a sign of refuge for the tired and the old. If suspicion blinds compassion, if I close the safer road, teach me how to guard with mercy like the lanterns at the border. Iron lanterns burned along the border. Grace shone through the night. Mercy showed the weak and wandering where to turn beneath the light. Though the winds attacked the fire and the storm concealed lay their swords before the widows. In the courtyard near the gate, every blade had signed an order, every seal had shaped a fate. Women stood in mourning garments, holding names the law had swallowed, and the rulers faced their failure. Judges laid their swords before the widows. They had spoken from high chambers, never hearing grief that followed, till the cries beneath their justice brought them trembling to the widows. Judges laid their swords before the widows. Grace exposed the crooked law. Mercy gave the poor a hearing where the powerful once ruled. What they called impartial judgment had protected wealth and status. God demanded restoration when the judges faced the widows. One had lost her field to nobles, one her husband to a lie. One had begged through 7 winters while the courts kept passing by. I had thought that law was righteous just because the scrolls were followed, till the Lord revealed oppression through the voices of the widows. Justice cannot serve the wealthy while the helpless leave in sorrow. Every verdict stands before God, and the tears that come tomorrow. Judges lay their swords before the widows. Grace exposed the crooked law. Mercy gave the poor a hearing where the powerful once ruled. What they called impartial judgment had protected wealth and status. God demanded restoration when the judges faced the widows. Lay my certainty before you, lay the pride behind my cause. Let me hear the ones forgotten by my customs and my laws. If my judgment serves the mighty, if the weak are made to follow, bring me down from every chamber, set me listening to the widows. Judges laid their swords before the widows. Grace exposed the crooked law. Mercy gave the poor a hearing where the powerful once ruled. What they called impartial judgment had protected wealth and status. God demanded restoration when the judges faced the widows. Judges left their swords before them, then restored the fields they borrowed, and the gates remained wide open to the voices of the widows. Judges laid their swords before the widows. Judges left their swords before the widows. Lebanon's cedars shelter the wounded when the mountain battle ceased. Every branch restrained the rainfall, every root gave them relief. Healers gathered moss and linen, farmers brought the food they needed, and beneath the ancient forest, Lebanon's cedars sheltered the wounded. no care to all. I had thought the forest silent, far from human grief and duty, till the Lord revealed compassion through its strength and ancient beauty. Mercy has no man as banner, mercy counted every breath, for the value of the wounded was not changed by whom they serve. Lebanon's, cedars shelter the wounded, grace rested in their shade. Oh, mercy cooled the burning fever and received the ones afraid. What the armies left abandoned, God surrounded with his goodness. Heaven raised a living shelter. Lebanon's cedars held the wounded. Make my branches wide with kindness, make my roots in mercy strong. Let the frightened rest beneath me when their journey has been long. If the wounded bear strange colors, if the people won't suppose me, let me offer shade without fear, like the cedar standing holy. Lebanon's cedar shelter the wounded, grace rested in their shade. Mercy cooled the burning fever and received the ones afraid. What the armies left abandoned, God surrounded with his goodness. Heaven raised a living shelter. Lebanon's cedars held the wounded. Lebanon's cedars held the wounded. Till the morning warmed the leaves, and the forest stood as witness to the shelter mercy gives. Messenger doves cross the burning city, while the rooftops disappeared. Every tower released a warning through the smoke that choked the air. Soldiers guarded broken stairways, families searched for somewhere safe, and the wings above the fire carried pleas beyond the gates. No rider could survive the alleys, no trumpet reached the distant hills, so the smallest wings were trusted with the city's final messenger dove. Across the burning city, grace flew above the flame. Mercy carried words of rescue past the reach of sword and chain. What the siege had sealed in darkness, heaven opened through the sky. God sent hope beyond the ramparts on the wings that dare to fly. Messenger doves return by morning with the answer time beneath, and the city heard that rescue had already crossed the stood open for the poor. When the winter seized the land, every road was white with hunger, every field was stripped and bare. Merchants urged the gods to close them, fearing crowds beyond the door. But the elders chose compassion, northern gates received the poor. The walls were built for preservation, yet their purpose had become more than guarding royal treasure. They could shelter those undone. Northern gates stood open for the poor. Grace welcomed them inside. Mercy placed the bread of nobles in the hands once pushed aside. What the wealthy stored in chambers, God returned to those in need. And the city found its honor when it opened wide its gates. Wide its gates. One old farmer brought his children, one young widow carried three. One exhausted foreign laborer held no proof of pedigree. I had thought that guarded borders made a kingdom strong and sure, till I watched its strength revealed by how it treated all the poor. Wisdom counted every ration, justice questioned every store, and compassion made a table near the city's northern door. Northern gates stood open for the poor. Grace welcomed them inside. Mercy placed the bread of nobles in the hands once pushed aside. What the wealthy stored in chambers, God returned to those in need. And the city found its honor when it opened wide its gates. its ceilings cracked and turned. Kings had tried to seal the writings, called their warnings false and dire. Still the words remained unbroken. Scrolls survived the palace fire. The throne could silence every scribe, the gods could feed the parchment's fire, but no ruler could extinguish truth the living God inspired. Prophetic scrolls survive the palace fire. Grace preserved the written word. Mercy left a path of warning for the generations yet unheard. What the king condemned as treason, heaven guarded through the fire. God outlived the burning kingdom. Scrolls survive the palace fire. One spoke justice for the widow, one rebuked dishonest scales, one declared that empty worship could not hide oppressive ways. I had thought the palace sacred just because its towers rose higher, till the scrolls exposed corruption while they rested near the fire. Truth may tremble in the furnace, truth may pass through smoke and flame. Still the Lord preserves its witness when proud kingdoms lose their names. Prophetic scrolls survive the palace fire. Grace preserved the written word. Mercy left a path of warning for the generations yet unheard. What the king condemned as treason, heaven guarded through the fire. God outlived the burning kingdom. Scrolls survive the palace fire. The palace fire. Write your warning on my conscience, write your mercy on my mind. Let no fear of those in power make me leave the truth behind. If my idols build a palace, if conviction meets my ire, let your word remain before me like the scrolls across the fire. Prophetic scrolls survive the palace fire. Grace preserved the written word. Mercy left a path of warning for the generations yet unheard. What the king condemned as treason, heaven guarded through the fire. God outlived the burning kingdom. Scrolls survive the palace fire. Prophetic scrolls survive the palace fire. Then were read beneath the dawn, and the people heard the warning after every throne was gone. Shepherd warriors defended the pass. When the raiders climbed the stone, every man had left his pasture, every child remained at home. They wore leather, wool, and iron, carried staffs beside their blades, and they stood above the valley where the frightened families fled. They had never marched for conquest, never dreamed of royal rank, but they knew the lives behind them needed time to cross the path. Use the years no crowds have seen. Make my hands defend the helpless. Keep my motives clear and clean. If the wolves descend together, if destruction gathers fast, give me courage like the shepherds who stood firmly in the past. Shepherd warriors defended the past. Grace, strength, and humble hands. Mercy guarded every household through the courage of the lambs. What the enemy called weakness became shelter in the clash. God made gardens of the shepherds who defended mountain pass. Shepherd warriors left the mountain when the final threat had passed, then returned to fields and flocks without demanding praise or to prove. Storms had driven us through valleys, foreign mountains blocked the horizon. Still the trembling needle turned there, the broken compass pointed towards Zion. I thought a shattered God was useless. I thought no path remained to travel. Then the needle crossed the fracture and turned our weary hearts towards Zion. The broken compass pointed towards Zion. Grace led through the unknown. Mercy called the scattered pilgrims toward the land they once called home. Though the instrument was wounded, still its purpose carried on. God can guide through broken vessels. The compass pointed towards Some had followed kings and merchants, some had trusted roads of gold, some had lost their faith in deserts, some had wandered in the cold. I thought my scars disqualified me from the work that must be done, till the broken compass taught me God still leads the damaged one. Not because each road was easy, not because all doubt had gone, but the smallest faithful turning kept our faces set towards Zion. The broken compass pointed towards Zion. Grace led through the unknown. Mercy called the scattered pilgrims toward the land they once called home. Though the instrument was wounded, still its purpose carried on. God can guide through broken vessels. The compass pointed towards Zion. Turn my heart when fear misleads me. Turn me from the roads of pride. When my vision breaks beneath me, let your promise be my guide. If my weakness makes me question whether I can journey on, use the fragments for your purpose. Keep me walking towards Zion. The broken compass pointed towards Zion. Grace led through the unknown. Mercy called the scattered pilgrims toward the land as the evening crossed the field. Every rider lowered his helmet, every hand released its shield. Near the tents, a dying chaplain raised a voice both weak and calm, and the warriors bowed in silence as he sang the final song. No command could stop the sorrow, no bright metal brought them calm, but the words of ancient worship held them through the final song. Kneeling horsemen heard the final song. Grace moved through the line, mercy spoke of God's protection past the edge of mortal time. Though the battlefield had broken, every promise made by arms, heaven gathered weary soldiers through the chaplain's final song. One man mourned a fallen brother, one confessed the homes he burned, one still feared the coming darkness, one believed he could not turn. I had thought that hardened riders would reject a dying song, till I saw the shoulders trembling as they quietly sang along. Faith was not the lack of grieving, nor a heart untouched by harm. It was trusting God could hold them through the ending of the song. Kneeling horsemen heard the final song. Grace moved through the line, mercy spoke of God's protection past the edge of mortal time. Though the battlefield had broken, every promise made by arms, heaven gathered weary soldiers through the chaplain's final song. Give me worship for the ending. Give me peace when strength is gone. Let your promises remain there when I cannot journey on. If my voice becomes a whisper, if no earthly cure is found, let the final words I carry be a psalm of holy ground. Kneeling horsemen heard the final song. Grace moved through the line, mercy spoke of God's protection past the edge of mortal time. Though the battlefield had broken, every promise made by arms, heaven gathered weary soldiers through the chaplain's final song. Kneeling horsemen finished singing as the final light withdrew, and the one who led their worship entered where the song was true. Last war drum sank beneath the lake when the soldiers left the shore. Its worn leather bore the rhythm that had led them into war. No one raised a song of triumph, no one mourned the sound it made. They released it to the water. The last war drum crossed the lake. For too long it's been commanded. new tools. Widows watch the old commanders answer for their former rule. I had thought the sound of battle would remain inside my veins, till the silence on the water broke the rhythm of my rage. Peace required more than surrender, more than weapons laid away. We must silence what within us still desires the war drum's praise. The last war drum sank beneath the lake. Grace silenced its command. Mercy taught the former soldiers how to rebuild the wounded land. What had summoned sons to violence would no longer call awake. God began a peaceful season when the drum sank through the lake. Sink the rhythm of resentment, sink the hunger to retaliate. Let no wounded pride recruit me for another march of hate. When old anger starts resounding, when revenge demands its place, lead me back beside the water where the final war drum The last war drum sank beneath the lake. Grace silenced its command. Mercy taught the former soldiers how to rebuild the wounded land. What had summoned sons to violence would no longer call awake. God began a peaceful season when the drum sank through the last war drum slept beneath the lake, and the shoreline heard no call. Only children laughing freely where the soldiers once stood armed. Wandering nights followed the morning star through a wilderness of frost. Every banner had been taken, every kingdom had been lost. They had served ambitious rulers, carried guilt from lands afar. Then a quiet light appeared there. Wandering nights follow the star. No commander rode before them, no old map revealed how far. Only heaven marked the pathway with the rising morning star. Wandering nights followed the morning star. Grace shone beyond the night. Mercy led the tired warriors from their shame into the light. Though the road exposed rebuilt the eastern wall. Where the siege had torn it down, every stone was marked by fire, every street had lost its sound. Elders showed them where to place them, mothers carried water for all, and beneath the morning sunlight, children raised the eastern wall. They had grown among the ruins, they had heard the watchmen call. Now the hands once weak and frightened place new stones along the wall. Zion's children rebuilt the eastern wall. Grace, strength, and young and old. Mercy joined the scattered families through the stones their hands could hold. What destruction left in pieces would not be the city's fall. God restored a generation. Zion's children raised the wall. Zion's children raised the wall. One child carved his father's memory, one brought bricks from where he fell, one young girl repaired the gateway near the ruins of the well. I had thought the work of kingdoms needed warriors strong and tall, till the smallest hands among us help restore the eastern wall. Not to boast against the nation, not to shut out every call, but to shelter homes and worship through a just and faithful wall. Zion's children rebuilt the eastern wall. Grace, strength, and young and old. Mercy joined the scattered families through the stones their hands could hold. What destruction left in pieces would not be the city's fall. God restored a generation. Zion's children raised the wall. Teach our children how to rebuild, not inherit every war. Give them tools instead of vengeance, give them hope worth laboring for.